Righto, I might bring us on for a little project. What's happened is when I first got the boat there was a little hole in the back of the floor, a bit of a rust hole. So what's happened, water's gone through there, it was sitting in the back of the transom and obviously corroded a bit of rust, and then the old, when I first got it the rudder wasn't working, it was pretty stiff. And that's what it was. So it's because there was moisture in there, it's obviously got rusty and stiffened up. So I've got that sort of half set up now, but I've ended up just cutting a big manhole in the back of it so I can obviously work on the rudder. Then I'll fix all the rust, paint that whole section, put my new steering in, which I've undone the steering now. I'm going to put a whole new steering system in it and rudder all painted. Then I'm just going to weld the floor back in. I'm actually going to make a tiller arm too, which is so if something happens I can unplug the hole and then put an emergency tiller in and get me home in an emergency. So that's this project, and I thought I might as well film it and you can watch it. I'll give you a bit of a rundown. So that's it there, that's me rudder. Then I'm going to just rust proof all this, paint it all. Just there's like a packing grease nipple where you pack and then do the lid back up and it pushes it in. I'm actually going to change that into a nipple so I can actually put a pump on there and get some grease in. So that's the first little project I'll do, is try and get some grease into the rudder, and that might free it up a little bit. It's free, but it's just a bit stiff, so I'm thinking a bit of grease is going to hurt it, and then I'll help it. Then I'll rust proof and paint, epoxy paint this whole back section, and then I'll cut and weld that plate back in. Then I'm going to make an emergency rudder, tiller arm that'll bolt on. So it's won't be a bad little project. I thought I'd film it and you can get into it with me and leave some comments and see what you think about it. But it'll be right. I'll get it sorted. And I've got the steering, so my steering's on order. What else here? So that should be here hopefully by the end of the week. So I'm hoping to have all this prepped and painted, rudder free, all that work done. And then all I do is put my steering in, weld the lid back up, and she's done, hopefully. It doesn't happen like that though. But that's what I'm doing at the moment. Another thing, there's not much fishing, see, because if we come out here, there's old beds, but the water's getting clearer. It's only 2 weeks after that rain, so that last big flood we just had, so the water's sort of starting to clear up now. It's still fresh, a lot of fresh still in the water, but thought bugger, I'll do a few projects and then get till summer. Alright, let's get into it. So the first thing to do is just get this rudder and get some grease in there. Well, I've changed the grease nipple. I've changed the packet to a pump, which seems to be going alright. I've put some in it. That's solid there now, so it's full. I've got a bit in there, so I'm hoping. Put my little tiller set up on here that I'm about to make. So that's the pole. Then I'll just weld a T-piece on there. But I'm just going to then grab my shifter, give her a bit of a turn here and there, hoping with the grease going into that packing it'll loosen it up a bit. Feels a lot better. Give her a few turns and I'll try and pump some more into it. That feels heaps better. Then I'll go over now in a minute and weld up me tiller steer, my emergency tiller. I might even go for a blood up the river and see if it works. All good. That's one little project done. Unreal. Something's worked for once. Well, it's got a heap of grease into it. I'll just put my little shifter. It seems to be alright. It's still tight, but as I'm feeling, there's no resistance. It's not like it's dragging, hitting anything, it's just tight. So I'm hoping that is. I'm going to ask around a few blokes and just see what they think. But even leave us a comment. But there's not resistance, not like it's dragging. It's a tight rudder. So, and it's a big rudder. So I was thinking there's a lot of pressure to push, a lot of weight in the water to push around. So it's a little bit of both, but it's heaps better than what it was. Now I've just got to make up my T-piece there somewhere. So I'll work that out now and I'll rig it up. But that's I'm happy with that. I've got a heap of grease in it. Too much grease is never enough, I got told. There you go. Well, that's it. Welded me pieces on there. My tiller arm will connect to that one. And hopefully it works. I'll get back to the boat now and I'll show you how it's going to operate, but that's welded on. Come up alright for an old dodgy old bloke like myself. Hopefully it'll work. Well, that's her. So she just unbolts to tuck away, slip off, unbolt your arm, slip that off, tuck her away. She is a bloody beauty. I'm back in action. I'm actually I'll take it for a test run and see how she goes, but I think it's going to be a good thing. Give her a whirl. That's her. No, it's going to work. It's a beauty. I just changed the bracket, put a bigger bracket on there. I didn't like the other one. Look at this. And it's actually going to be good. Save them emergencies if you're ever out in the ocean or something, your steering brakes are up the river. I'm just double fixing everything. That's good. I'm happy with that. Well, that's that little contract done. Only one thing to do now. It's about 2:30, 2:45 of an arvo. I snuck these little beauties. Move all my tools and just hook into the esky. Go sit down and have a couple of cold beers and enjoy the afternoon. The wind's picked up now, so going over with mates. We're going to have a barbecue tonight, so we're going to a few beers and a barbie. That's it. River life. Times are tough down here. Well, a little update. So I'm up to the rust repair now. What I've done is cleaned out all my excess rust, sanded, got it back to basically bare metal as much as I could. Rudder's good. It's sort of got heaps looser than what it was. I'm happy with that. Now I'm just going to rust convert all this. Put about 3 coats on it. Then I'm just going to epoxy undercoat it. I'm going to use and just seal it all up. That should sort it. And I might put a bilge pump in the back of this. You never had a bilge pump there, see? So that's the main problem, because it's a bulkhead too, but it flooded and rusted out. So I'm going to put a bilge pump in the back corner there. And hopefully that'll stop that little section, then move on. But pretty happy with it actually. It's a bit of a pain in the ass of a project, but what do you do? I'd rather be out fishing. But no, it's coming up alright, so I'm just going to, because it's such a big area, I'm just going to spray it on, I reckon. Just a few coats. Put 1 coat on now, hopefully get another one this afternoon. 2 tomorrow, and then I'll put 2 good coats of epoxy, 2-pack epoxy, whatever it's called, on it, and it should sort her out. Good stuff. I'm happy with it. Well, that's the first coat of sorry, the first coat of the rust converter. Bloody feels like it's got more acid than anything in it. Stinging the shit out of my hand. I know a good acid tree can turn it out when I feel it. But well, that's what they reckon anyway. Been highly suggested. Give her a good soak in this juice. And, let that dry. Come back, give it another coat. Epoxy sealer. Plays beautiful. The old rust bucket. Righto. Bit of a problem. The steering hasn't turned up. Obviously still getting delivered. I've run out of water. So what I'm going to do, I made me tiller, I'll just show you. Bit of a setup going on here. That's me tiller arm that I made. So what I'm going to do now is attempt to by myself just tiller this down to the wharf down here on the ramp, and then I can get some water and fill my tanks back up. Yeah, it's not good. I was hoping to have all this done so I could have obviously a steering wheel to get it down there, but I'm going to have to tiller it. I was going to get a mate to come up and give me a hand, but he's not around today. So I'll give it a go. If I can't get it, I'll just turn back around and come back to the mooring. But my mooring's going to be probably the hardest part to get onto. I sort of can't see. If you look down there, that's my vision I've got. So find all the shit everywhere. I've just got shit everywhere. But that's my normal full part. So this is it. Attempt to tiller steer down to the wharf and get some water out of water. Freaking hell. Right, I dropped the mooring. No, she's in. Yeah, this is going to be a bit fun, but I think I'll be right. See what happens. Can't be too hard. What I'm going to do, I'll just turn around if I can't get it. So now I've got to put it in gear and obviously come a bit backwards first. And then put her in gear and then jump out to the tiller and steer it. Go back right away, I should be right. That's neutral. If I just come down here now, turn this all the way that way, come forward. I should have this. Come back again. Now I'm steering, I think. I'm away. I'm away. How good's this? Into it. Just feels a bit weird. Alright, I'll get down to the ramp and I'll put it back on. Now this is going to be the hard part. I'm just trying to get her into there. Shouldn't be too bad. It's better with a steering wheel, eh? Got to try and park her over there. Might just turn this off. See if I can get it. Not very good. her in neutral. Flop this around. I might just try and back it onto there actually. That's the thing there. We'll go like a bit of that. And there is there. I'm just going to put it in neutral, reverse. That should spin me round. We've landed, boys. We've landed. Well, water's full. Probably the easy part getting on the dock. I think the getting back on the mooring is going to be the hard part, but I'll give it a go. Yeah, I think getting back on the mooring is going to be the hard part, but see how we go. I'll give her a couple of revs. We're going alright so far. Just as long as we don't hit any boats, I suppose, be all good. I'll just punch a bit of rev into her. This is the only hard part, is just getting from there to there. I might even take her for a spin up the river and blow the cobwebs out of them. That's pretty cool. Just worried about this wind picking up. I was going to take it for a run, but maybe I don't with this wind. It's been pretty windy every afternoon, so yeah, I don't want that. Beautiful. Here we go. This is going to be the hard part. I've missed it. I've missed it. Get up around here. I'll see how close I am. Anyway, I can take that off. Where is she? Oh yeah, I reckon I'll get that. Get that before I go any further. Oh shit. Ah, he's got it. Oh mate's onto this guy. Oh. Just need to get that wind. Look, she's pulling pretty hard. Only because I've completely missed me mooring. But what I usually just hold on to it when you let the boat take up. And try to get this bit. I'm just gonna have to put you down for a minute. Never wrestle it. You're not going to beat it. 15 ton of bloody steel. Ah, that's it. I'm back full of water. Yeah, I was definitely hoping that my steering was going to land here. There she is. Back on a mooring, the old girl. Oh. Righto. Now clean up time. I've got shit everywhere.